If you ain't talking heavy, what you talking for? If you ain't talking heavy, what you talking for? Talk heavy, talk heavy, talk heavy, talk heavy, talk heavy, talk heavy.
To a whole nother episode of Talk Heavy. Once again, I'm your boy Scoop Burgundy.
It's your boy Taj.
Just call me Earl.
It's your girl, Just Britt.
It is Scotty.
Ari.
And today we have a very, very special guest, the one and only Daphnique Springs.
What's up?
What's up? What's up? So we're doing a special interview with you today, but we always like to ask our guests the first question. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. I'm currently in Los Angeles, so it is hot. It's on hell out here, but the coronavirus still going up. So I'm like, I thought the heat was gonna kill it. So many conspiracies and theories.
Good, Key.
All right, so I was being a creep and doing my research, and I found one of your old.
Your glasses make you a little creepy, though. Yeah, I can see. Yeah, see, now you look less creepy.
All right.
But now put them back on, then I'm like, oh, I see it. He doing too much research. He going.
It was my dad's fault. He made me do it, and he made me wear the glasses too. But it was a clip from 9 years ago, and like you had like a leather little jacket on, and you had like a little flower, not a flower, it was a feather in your ear. I don't know
it was a feather. That's when you get those people like, hey, I made this for you. Hey, let me put it in my ear.
Was that your first time? Was it your first time doing stand-up?
No, it wasn't my first time doing stand-up. It was my first time like posting something of me doing stand-up. I would say I had been on stage quite a bit right before that. I started in October, and I think that clip came like the next year, like maybe a few months later.
Mm-hmm. How did it feel your first time being on stage?
First time I was on stage, I felt pretty good. The second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth time, I was nervous as hell. Because now you done got the feedback and the judgment and people thinking this and thinking that, and come here, let me talk to you real quick. You need to do this. Ever since I've been nervous.
And I also wanted to ask, since I seen you do stand-up, and then I also seen like your sketches and stuff, what do you find like to be more fulfilling, like the stand-up or the sketches?
I kind of like see it as like a total package type of thing. I don't kind of prefer one over the other. I feel like stand-up I'll do forever, but sketches I probably won't. I'll max out on those one day. So yeah, I guess that'll be stand-up I would if I had to choose one, because it'd be more long-term.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you love that stand-up?
Yeah.
Hilarious. Everybody
You said it like you hate stand-up. Like you my father, and you coming, so you love that stand-up.
So you love that
your regular
stand-up.
job? It's like, no. I'm gonna make it.
I'm gonna make it.
What you got, Brett?
So first of all, I want to say hi again. So I have a question. I did my research, and I seen that you have your own makeup line on Instagram. And I wanted to ask, what is one of your first items that you first sold out on?
First item I ever sold out on was mask. I jumped on that wave right before, like soon as they announced it in the pandemic, because with the makeup and everything else, it's like you constantly reordering things. It was constantly like a just a chain effect, like, okay, low on product, go buy. So I never really saw like, oh, I sold out, because I'm the type that restock before I sell out. Right. So like I just picked up boxes today. Thank you guys for wearing my shirts. I'm not even representing today, and y'all representing. Even know that I had women's sizes. He gave you a whole man size. But so I always restock, but the makeup line is doing really well. One girl bought 7 items yesterday. So
wow, that's cool. Yeah. Because I so lashes myself, so I'm just starting in the game. So yeah, but you answered my second question, because I was gonna say, like, how do you do, like, what's your like, how you go about your product? But you already told me like how much. Yeah. So my next question to you.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry. My next question to you was, what is some advice that you would give like a upcoming person that's like trying to sell products?
Sell products, I would just say maybe promote and do a lot of research about the products, because what people don't understand, because of the pandemic, a lot of great things are happening to the world, you know, especially in this country. Like Shopify is offering free online classes, so to teach you how to you know, build an e-commerce program. So I just say, you know, get as many people as you can to like promote it and share it or whatever, because it's just like word of mouth. If you can attach something, it's a book too that I was reading recently, godly, and it teaches you about how to sell product.
Okay. I see a lot of people talk about that though. Like they even now, I don't know if you've seen this, but now they have like a text message like, oh, if you text this message and you send me this amount of money. I don't know if it's like a scam or anything, but I see a lot of people talking about it. Oh, you can like get these vendors, or I can teach you how to do this business. And I'm just like, okay, I don't know if I want to go that route.
Yeah, some of that stuff I really would watch that, because it is a lot of people, or what they do is they give you such limited information that they try to get you to buy in more, and then you really not finding out much. The best thing I would say that has helped me in starting businesses is just word of mouth. And as far as beauty, is conventions. If you want to get into the clothing industry, the beauty industry, the candle making industry, it's conventions in Las Vegas every year, almost for anything that you need. So you pay, it's an investment. You pay to go to the convention, could be $400. You catch a flight down there, book you a hotel, which is usually cheap to fly in and out of Vegas. They canceled a lot of conventions this year because of the COVID, but you go to these conventions and you meet distributors, because they could have, so if you sell lashes, it could be 50 people inside of this huge convention space that's the size of the Staples Center, that is that you can get distributors and end up doing white labels. That's where you get your name attached to a product that they make, or you can make it like you can design your box and everything differently. So I say conventions are really big.
Well, thank you for your time and answering all my questions.
Yeah, I feel like your questions were personal. Forget the rest of the interview. Let me see how I can help myself. Okay.
Before anybody else go, I did see your baby mom sketch, and that was so funny. Oh my goodness.
Thank you. You a baby mama?
No.
Oh.
I just like how you acted
like
out. Like, it was funny.
So I wanted to ask you, what made you get into comedy? You know what I'm saying? Especially as a female, when it's like a male-dominated industry, there's so many stand-up male comedians. Though there are a lot of women comedians, I just don't see it as much. So what made you decide to go into it and start doing stand-up?
I knew I wanted to get into the industry, but I didn't know the exact route I wanted to go as far as like writing, producing, directing. Acting, whatever, stand up. I didn't know. So I just moved to LA. So I dropped out of college. I was 10 credits away from a chemistry degree. And I just did an internship at a pharmaceutical company and said, you know, I don't think this is for me. I don't want to do it anymore. And luckily, my grandmother lived in Los Angeles, California, Inglewood. And she lived over there. So I had a place to stay. I saved up $10,000 and I saw it as I ain't really have nothing to lose. And then I ended up trickling over to stand-up was I ended up a friend of mine that went to college, this guy that I dated in college, his friend lived out here, and then his friend had a show. And when you first start stand-up, you do a lot of bringer shows. That's where you gotta bring 10 people just to get stage time. So he ended up asking me and my boyfriend at the time to come to the show so that he could get stage time. So we went and paid and everything, and then I was like, wow, I like this, I want to do it. And then so the promoter was like, you bring 10 people, you can come back next week. And I was like, okay. So I did. I came back, and that was the first time I ever went up. And that was like probably October 2010.
Oh, wow. So you've been doing it for a while.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Next.
All right, what you got, Professor Hart?
So I feel like a lot of times on the show, you know, very male dominant. So I guess I wanted to ask, you ever feel the need to have to be more funny because you are a woman, or do you feel like, you know, you can kind of just be your authentic self all the time? Although, like Taj was saying, it is a very male-heavy industry.
I really don't focus on those dynamics of it. That is male-driven industry. I don't really think like that. I'm more of a left brain, so I don't really fall into a lot of little traps of like, oh, you're black, or I am black. I'm proud of as shit of being black. But you know, you're a woman, you got to be limited to this, or maybe it's a male dominant field. You have to be careful. Now I personally, when my parents got divorced, I would say around the age of 6. And then so after that, I lived with my father and my uncle. So I know how to be around men in a way and then get respect and be treated as certain, because I get with you. I know how to roast. I can roll with the best of them. You got some slick shit, I'm coming back tenfold. So it was like, it was easier for me to you know, to adjust to things. Like I remember there's this one story, this comedian, he pulled his dick out on me, and I hear a lot of girls that have these stories like, what, somebody did that, and some people freeze up. But my first instinct was like, yo, nigga, put your dick up. And then that's what he did, and it was just over. And I just like nothing else about it. It never surfaced again. But I'm just like, cause I grew up, my dad, we used to deep sea fish all the time. So it's like when you go deep sea fishing, you're on a boat, and I was always around a lot of men. So it was like my dad made sure nobody touched me, it was too friendly with me. It was just a respect level of how to be around different type of people. So when I came out here and I had to adjust to a male dominant field, I was already like, what? So people after a while, they'll leave you alone. They know.
Okay, that's what's up.
But not everybody has that thick skin, right? You hear about a lot of girls that just, you know, people, this industry can break people. People can be rough and brutal, but I just thank God I had a thick enough skin to kind of, you know, survive a lot of it.
Have you ever had a moment where you felt like maybe you couldn't handle something?
No, because I don't put myself in predicaments. Like, I'm not gonna be somewhere where I feel like I'm alone and I'm by myself. Nah, I'm always gonna roll with a friend, or people around. Even when that situation happened, it was people that was like some in another room or something. But it was just like, you know, I'm never gonna go somewhere where it's just one person. I feel like I cannot trust that person, or that's just me. I don't put myself in positions like that. So if I intuition is always a good thing, because a lot of times we taught just to keep fighting your first mind and fighting your gut feeling. So I always go with that. Whatever I feel, I'm pretty good at reading people and adjusting. If I don't feel comfortable, I'll get a feeling in my body, just not to even be nowhere with you by myself. So I never felt like that. But I know plenty of people that have, and it's rough, you know. People can be rough. This is a rough world we live in.
Yes, it is. But
it's also a lot of great parts of it, right?
Right. Gotta rock.
Yo. So I read online that you toured with Cat Williams. Is that true, right?
Yeah, him. I toured with Cat Williams. So I did 5 cities, 5 dates with him. And then also Martin Lawrence, I was able to feature all his shows at the Comedy Store. Martin Lawrence, Keith Robertson, dummy.
So how was that experience like touring with all of these big?
Well, Cat Williams will be the only person I toured with, where you go from city to city. But other people have given me opportunities in other cities, like Cedric the Entertainer. I did 2 cities with him, and bombed one of the cities. Anywho, that's my business. But I would say the opportunity is to always, like, you know, but LA is like you almost get to be around and see a lot of people, because they'll come to the improvs and stuff around like close to the city where they have weekends. So you just go out there and like Earthquake, hey Earthquake, can I do the weekend with you? Yeah. You know, people are pretty cool about giving you stage time and helping you build, and not tripping on whether or not you the best or the greatest, just giving you an opportunity. But it was pretty cool with touring with Cat Williams, because you get to see comedy at one of the highest levels. You know what I mean? Like, as far as like the biggest crowd I ever did was 10,000 in New York. So you get to see it at a huge level like that, where you see like the travel, the security guards, where you go before the show and you visit the children's hospital. It's just like, you know what I mean? Like the charity work and stuff like that. And you get to see how people go crazy and the love that he received from each city. It was unbelievable. And to experience it on that level, then you know that certain things are possible, right? Because if you only see yourself at a local club every week, then you thinking, oh, well, this is where I can peak out. But if you see yourself on a stage, even though they're not there to see you, but in front of 10,000 people, I know that that's possible.
Right.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So I did have another question. What is the best thing about going and doing stand-up, touring around, going city to city? And is it better than doing the online stuff? Or do you feel like the online stuff is more lucrative?
Online for me would be because I'm not touring at a high level. You know, I go do weekends, but you still got to go into each club and they lowball you your first, year in, they'll up it a little bit, but the clubs are making the most of the money, whereas online, then you make the most of your money. You know what I mean? But online opens me up to the world. Like I performed in front of 10,000 people, and Cat Williams, we went to the next city, it was 9,000 people there. But then I could go to Florida, don't nobody ask me to take no picture. You see what I'm saying? We just did Jersey and New York. Maybe 1 or 2 people will be like, oh, you did good. But okay, but as far as being like a social media influence, it opens you up to the world. Like I went to Dubai, and the hotel and everything was in my name, and my 2 friends were sitting off to the side. And so I was like, hey, y'all, they need your passports, because when you go over there, everybody's passport has to be checked into the room. You can't just usually whoever the name is, you go check in and you give the key to people on the low, whatever you do. So when I was at the thing, just being that I turned around, this lady came up from behind me and she was like, oh my God, Daphnique, is it you? I said, I'm like, hey, because you do that fake ass smile, like, is this crazy? She's like, I knew it was you from your voice. I love you. I said, what? And she knew the videos and everything like that and could recite them and say them back. So that opens you up to a worldwide. I'm in another country, you know what I mean? That's thousands and thousands of miles away. And to be able to I was recognized a lot. I posted that I was there. People were like, yo, come to my job, please. I'll let you in for free. A lot of tourists, people that worked at tourist spots and stuff like that. And just people knowing you're in another country. And then just I remember I went to South Beach, and like I was there for 3 days, and you go walk the beach a little bit during the day. I must have took like over 100 and something pictures. So it was just like stand-up hadn't done that for me. Now stand-up could do that for Dave Chappelle or Chris Rock or Kevin Hart, because they're at that level where it's more worldwide. But can we really blame it on stand-up, or do we put it off on the movies? You know what I mean?
Right.
Sketch show. So basically the same way a lot of people, they want to try to act like social media is a new art form, but I tell you, in comparison, is the same way you had people like Keenan Ivory Wayans made all these people famous from In Living Color, is the same way we make ourselves famous and our friends famous, and we become household recognizable faces and names. It's unbelievable the type of love you get.
Yeah. No, that's dope. So I spent some time on your page. I was scrolling through, I was looking at the sketches, right? And I want to know, how many of these sketches come from personal experience, or are you just making this stuff up? Because I was cracking up at the you was like, that ain't a sugar daddy, that's a diabetes daddy. That
yeah, 2 broke thoughts. We about to that rent money.
That rent money. So how much of this stuff are you pulling through personal experience, or how much of this stuff are you just saying, you know what, I think this would be a funny scenario?
I would say probably like most of it is just funny scenarios of just me writing or thinking or creating. And then also it's not just me, sometimes it's a team, right? So because we improv a lot of those scenes, I don't write scripts personally. Sometimes I went and shot a sketch with somebody today, he had a script written out, even though you can improv, but it's already sketched, like the words is there, but go ahead, do your thing, but this is the perimeter. we literally improv all those scenes. So I write out the beats, and then me and the people in those scenes are just improv the scenes. And if you notice, a lot of my shots, my sketches that are on my own are one shots. So we don't cut. So you literally just watch the 3 to 10 minute scene with no cuts, literally. And that's what people don't understand, which makes us way more talented than you think we are, is because we just gave you a whole thing with no cuts. Now, some other people I shoot with, they do cuts, but I don't shoot like that. I try to shoot like a true sketch form. A lot of other people shoot cinematography, but I would say a lot of it is exaggerated situations you hear. I have a big imagination, you know, so I come up with things, and then my friends will tag it, or it may be somebody else's premise, but that one I did come up with. But that one, I was just like, well, what's the most outrageous character that you know? And I was like, Big Week, big ass, because he about 500 and something pounds, and then he got a tumor on the back of his neck that's probably another 20 pounds. So, so I was like, Big Week, imagine if you needed rent money and this diabetes daddy came on through, and you had to do, because he was playing around with the money too. He's like, I give you, do you want some of the money or all of the money? Then
right.
You gotta figure out who's gonna lift up the stomach.
That part killed me. So speaking of scenarios, right? It's a scenario that everyone is talking about right now. The infamous entanglement. Yeah. Now you spoke a piece about it, right? Mm-hmm. So on the Talkhvy platform, what are your thoughts of the whole entanglement?
I think that what they have for them personally works for them, and I just think that regular folks might not be able to start trying that kind of stuff. Somebody will, but you got to understand, when you become that wealthy and you have so much, you're in a partnership with someone that understands your lifestyle and all these things, and they're saying that they were broken up. So, I mean, whatever works for other people. And I think that in this country, and I see that a lot, especially with the different views from the Black Lives Matter versus police brutality, all these different things, or what we just see on the internet, period. So many people think that their way is the best way. So then they become entangled in arguments of trying to prove their point. Like, right. I do a whole side chick character and the wife, and people's like, that's just, you're stupid. Why are you promoting this? I'm like, yo, your daddy and your mama was in a side chick. You're a side chick baby. Why are you coming for me? But it's just like, I try to base a lot of things off of real life, but I just think that whatever works for you is what works for you. And I probably really honestly wouldn't want to talk about it publicly, but if it works for them, most people do stay together after cheating, or they're claiming it's not cheating, it was a separation. So that's really not technically cheating. But a lot of people don't listen, so they start assuming and make it, he cheated on her, she cheated on him. I'm like, no, they're saying that they were separated. So really it's free game to live your life in a separate manner, in a different manner, and entangle with some younger guy, which I saw some underwear pics of him. So I was like, okay, he looked like a damn good entanglement.
You understood? You understood?
Yeah. And it's a lot of y'all young in here. Y'all know young guys eat booties. So it's just like, he got entangled.
That's what Keith do.
Y'all there.
Yeah.
You can tell by the glasses that I eat ass.
Any nigga with them glasses eat booty.
Glasses.
You fogging up.
You just creepy, Keith. Daphne, can I ask you a question? Do you don't think young August got taken advantage of by Jada?
I can't honestly say that, because until you know the full details of things, but I do know that he said he suffered from mental illness. It was like a little Make-A-Wish kid, and she sometimes your wish is to be with an older woman, I think he mad she didn't divorce Will and bring half of the money to his wife.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
I thought about that one.
I didn't even think of that. Yeah,
that money dried up. When was the last time you made a CD?
It dried up.
I can name one of his songs. Can you guys?
Yeah, I can.
I'm a big August fan, so
I'm about to say he's an August fan.
He's an August fanatic, so that's something different.
Well, let me know if you want to get entangled.
Now I was going to ask you, have you ever been in an entanglement?
Entanglement is just a relationship, really.
That's all it is. Yeah.
That's
Nah. An entanglement would be more like a
somebody that was
situation.
separated. No, not with he wasn't separated. So I was in the entanglement.
Oh yeah, right. All right.
Now,
So we're going.
The real question.
Go ahead.
You all in LA. You living good. 3 billion views of IG thing. You know. Do you need a young fella? Do you need
yeah. If you ever want to come out here, let me know.
Yeah, I'm mentally ill. I'm in the press.
Oh, you getting flued out?
You missed your chance. I asked the question. I'm getting.
No. I know, but I didn't know she was gonna flew you out.
Yeah.
I got flued out money.
All right.
I got to let you know how it is and see if we can find a friend for you.
You gonna get coached. Now you gonna get coached. You ain't gonna fly first class, but
Oh.
I won't even disrespect you and put you on Spirit or Frontier. I'm at least
American.
Oh.
I don't want your neck all stiff when you get here. You know, like where you like. I want that neck good and ready, strong.
Oh, I know that's right.
You gonna pay for this flight?
You're over 18, right?
Yeah, he over 18. Yeah.
Okay, they just got Chris D'Elia, so I got to be careful.
Oh, you gotta watch out. So we're about to go into our next segment, but right before we go into our next segment, we're gonna have a word from our sponsors, which is ourselves, Talkhvy. You can follow all things TalkHVY at TalkHVY on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And ladies, if you're feeling just a little bit hit, holla at _ just Brit. And we have some shirts, right? You like my shirt? I know y'all like my shirt.
My shirt is dope.
Holla at Iamdsprings. She got the shirts for you, the makeup for you. Go on the website, iamdsprings.com, and just chill for a minute. Browse for a minute. You know, get some merch. There we go. So our next segment is called Was I Wrong? Where someone tells a story and asks, was I wrong? So today we have our guest, Daphnique Springs, and she has a story for us. What do you have?
Okay, so was I wrong? Let me think of the story. Damn, I thought I was gonna be answering y'all. Was y'all wrong? Ooh, I might be stumped. Y'all got.
You might be stumped.
What have I done?
The question is, was you wrong for that entanglement? No, I'm messing with you.
Okay, so have I ever? Oh, okay. So I was dating this guy or whatever, right? And he was like, yeah, you know how you get those people that just try to floss, like they gonna do all this stuff for you. So I was like, okay, cool. So then he flew me out.
Yeah, okay.
I got flew out. So he had said that he was gonna give me like a Chanel bag. So he's like, I'm gonna give you a Chanel bag. And I was like, okay, cool. So when I got there, he started acting like, I was like, well, did you get it? He was like acting funny. Like, I didn't know what was going on, right? So I was like, okay. So he walked up and went to the bathroom and he had his backpack there. And I went in and I stole like a couple of $100. I was like, you ain't gonna give me what you gotta do what you say you're gonna do. That's the spirit. I don't care. Don't say you're gonna do it. I didn't expect it, but don't tell me you're gonna do it, you know?
He said he was gonna do it.
Huh?
He said he was gonna do it.
Yeah, he said he was gonna do it. So I went in, I probably got like $800. It was like $100 bills. I didn't want to go too crazy because you never know. Somebody that can count their money, then you screw. Like what? No. So I I took the money, hurried up, put that up, right? Put that in my bra. And then when he came back, he was like, yeah, I didn't have time to go. So, you know, I'll just give you the cash, and gave me $4,000. But was I wrong for getting that first 800?
Nah, you weren't wrong. Go get your money, sis.
That's right.
I feel like you was channeling your inner JT. You know what I'm saying? Your inner JT. Y'all both from Florida. You from Florida? Like, y'all.
Who is JT?
City girls.
City girls.
Oh, well, y'all gotta say city girls. I ain't know the JT part.
Right.
Oh, so that's Florida. That's where City.
Oh yeah, I'm from Florida. Yeah, that's how you supposed to run a smuck.
No, you wasn't wrong. I would have
You
did
didn't
the
notice
same
the 800
thing.
was missing?
Huh?
You didn't notice the 800 was missing?
Oh, so you damn sure wasn't wrong.
Some people got that much money.
If that much money, he is definitely fine. He wasn't wrong.
Yeah,
I'm
you wasn't wrong.
on some real
I'm
shit.
telling you what he eats for a living too. Ladies, do not sleep on dentists. Don't sleep on the dentist.
Like he did.
Huh?
Then was he like a veneer dentist?
No, he was actually a dentist that pulled teeth. But what I'm saying is get you a dentist, because you got to think about it every time you go to the dentist, how expensive it is.
Right.
Like if you get like a fill-in or cap, that shit come up to thousands of dollars.
That's true.
Whether they get the money from you or insurance. So I say, ladies, go for them dentists, because nobody think like, oh, well, let me go ahead and get your number. Yep.
That is true. I'm in the wrong
real.
profession.
I'm going to dental school.
Listen, I'm gonna be real though. You was very wrong for that. I'm not.
Oh my God.
You was very wrong for that. You can't just go taking money. That's how you get
I can't
bugged.
give it back now either, because I thought he was bullshit. I was taking what was mine.
Right.
That little
You can't
800
give it
for
back.
you're not getting no Chanel bag with 800.
I can get a wallet.
Put the 4,000
And
in.
I can
she
get
can
a
get a flight back
keychain,
to her house.
a belt.
Yeah, that's true.
You are wrong. Don't listen to Scotty. He don't know nothing.
Scotty got
He
morals.
know nothing.
You don't got nothing. You got zero morals.
So I think across the board, everybody except Scott thinks that you were not wrong.
You
Get
weren't
your
wrong.
money.
Thank
He
you.
knows nothing.
By anonymous decision, I win.
Yup, there you go.
Wait, but did you really spend the money on the Chanel bag, or you did something else with it?
Okay, so in Beverly Hills, they got this place, right, where you can go buy Chanel bags that are just slightly used, gently used, so great condition. So I took some of the money and bought that and then kept the rest, because it didn't make sense to go in that store and spend them brand new prices. It's just ridiculous in there.
Yeah.
So what did you do with the rest of the money?
Huh?
What did you do with the rest of the money? Went to the club? Went chilling?
Mind your business. Why you worry about what she's spending?
You the one said she couldn't sell it.
Want to know, Scotty? See, she thought it was so wrong.
Yes, Scotty.
Right. Now you got an opinion. Be
Now you
quiet.
try to jump in the fender after you called
Now
the
you want to talk.
I'm just saying though, if you gonna steal the money, at least you can't be.
I know a guy.
No, stop saying the word steal.
That's what I don't like. I don't like the
I
word
got what
steal.
was mine. I got what was mine.
She came to collect.
You came to collect and got more money on top of it.
It's just like black people that get food stamps. That ain't really
Right.
from the system. We're getting what is ours.
There you go.
Reparations.
If we
Scotty
get
don't
our
know nothing.
reparations, is that stealing?
Huh?
I said, if we get our reparations, is that stealing, Scotty?
Hell no.
No.
Hell no. Give me what's mine.
That's wait.
If a white person drops $100 bill and you see it and you pick it up, that's not stealing. That's just
Wait.
reparations. That's
Was
just.
the
There you go.
dentist white or black? Was the dude white or black?
Oh, he was black. I only date black men. You don't know.
Oh, he was black. So then you doing bad. You stealing from the black brother? You can't steal from a brother. Come on.
Shut
Well,
up,
you know
Scotty.
what? Statistically, whenever a crime happened to you, it'll be by your own people. So don't worry.
There you go.
There you go.
No, that's true.
Mm.
Like you all lives matter out here, Daphne. That's what I'm saying.
No, she's making America great. Now,
Now, come on.
Now, next up, we have one of our hottest segments called Talk Heavy Court.
Yeah.
She's
Court
split up, girl. Ari.
Huh?
Ari over there taking a nap.
Taking a nap.
What?
So today at Talk Heavy Court, we have Daphnique Springs versus Taj, the CEO Taj. And the question is, should your partner dictate what you wear? Now, Taj says yes, and Daphnique says no. Now, since you're the guest, you pick who goes first.
I'm gonna let losers go first. That's cool.
Oh, you know, I was really hoping that you came in with a little bit more humble energy, because I've never lost a courtroom except for one time, and that was by default. So
I never
Last
lost.
week he
but
lost
one
to
time.
me.
How you not never lost but
one time.
Last week he lost to me.
Oh, now you up.
I wasn't asleep. I was looking down at my arm.
All right.
No. So, Taj, your 2 minutes start now. What do you have?
All right, so basically, yes, I should dictate what you wear, and it's not necessarily dictating what you wear. It's just having a say-so over what you're wearing. Because if you're just over revealing yourself, you know what I'm saying. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna go all the way left with it. As a man, I am in position to lead in a relationship. Therefore, I have to lead because these women don't know nothing. You know, like you gotta tell them, you gotta teach them. They don't know nothing. You gotta be able to teach and lead these women to success because they know nothing. You gotta let me lead. So with that being said, if you're wearing an outfit, right? You're going out with your girlfriends, you don't usually go out or whatever. You're just not having your breasts out. There's no need for you to have your titties out or your ass out. I like my woman classy, not showing all the assy. It's just simple as that. So yes, I do get to have a say so because I am the head of my household. I am a leader and I am doing what I'm supposed to do by leading. And there's nothing you can say to change that.
Okay, first of all, I don't like how your beard is patchy. But
you know what? Okay. Okay.
Lord.
I'll take it. You can go ahead, though.
I'm gonna stop there. I'm just.
That's the argument.
That's the argument.
You know
right
what? You know what? Well, Daphnique, I'm not gonna let you come on Talkhvy and talk about my beard.
Yeah, because I don't like how it just look like you dyed some cotton balls and just threw them right there, real thick right there. I don't like that. And I think that me being in a relationship with you, you can't come out looking like that. You thought it was cute, but I'm like, no, I don't like it. So, but let me tell you this, it's about choosing a mate. That's what it's about. So when you meet someone, you can't try to change people, right? Because you'll have a lot of conflict in the relationship. So if you prefer someone that is more modestly dressed and stuff like that, then y'all niggas don't need to be out in strip clubs trying to wife strippers or wife IG models with their breasts and their ass all out. But you should try to wife a nice girl like Ari and Britt, who's over there fully covered up, no breast. But I'm not the woman for you. Because I bought my titties and I'm gonna show them everyone.
I know that's right.
So I think it's about picking the mate, right? See, I wouldn't pick you because your beard is patchy, and then I don't want to be the one to tell you, babe, could you just shave it? And you like, no,
yeah.
You know, it makes me warm in the winter. I'm like, but it's not enough. So that's all I'm saying. But I win.
You know what? The thing is, first of all, you can't.
No, you don't get a second time.
No.
It's
you
over.
You can't declare
it's
that.
Over. You win. I win.
Right, so now we done.
I got a rebuttal.
You heard what she said. Your beard is patchy. Shut up, Ty.
Listen, I need a rebuttal.
So you see everybody else's beard and facial hair is fully grown in. So they can come in.
Mine is in a process, Mine is in a process. I am going through a process right now, and you're not appreciating.
Y'all always say y'all going through a process. What is it?
You know what, man? I thought your curls was nice before you came on here, but you started talking about my beard.
Oh, man. Listen, so you get your 1 minute rebuttal. Go ahead, Taj.
So what I got to say is, I'm at 58 seconds. So with that being said, I'm not gonna let her spank me in my own courtroom. So what I'm just gonna say is, at the end of the day, I'm gonna pick a mate that I choose to pick, and she's gonna abide by the rules that I set in place.
So you just said what I said. You choose the mate that is modestly dressed.
I'm rebutting.
You don't have to be trying to be controlling in your relationship.
It's not about control. It's about having a stand as a man.
Let me ask you a question. Do you pay bills?
Yes, I do.
You do?
I'll pay yours.
Pay bills? Oh, you pay bills?
I'll pay yours.
Oh, okay. I'll send you my Cash App after this is over. $sign Daphnique Springs. Let's just go ahead and get it over with now. But I was gonna say, like, you know, I see a lot of men nowadays who want to dictate and control women, but then they're not. They want to say, "Oh, I'm the man," but then you have to be the man in all aspects. You have to be the protector.
Yes.
You have to be the provider. You have to make great decisions in order to have someone follow your lead. Like, I'm not going to follow the lead of somebody telling me how to dress, but yet still they don't provide and they want to smoke weed all day and drink and play video games. Like, what are you in the position to lead? So I'm okay with following directions and having a husband and following his guidelines as long as he does everything else a man, but you can't. A lot of times in this society, you got men half-stepping. 1 minute they want to be the man, next minute they want to be the woman in the relation. It's just very confusing.
Yep. Then you got men with patchy beards.
Yeah, the patchy beards, they usually can pay a light bill, but they don't really pay rent because they beard not really pay rent. So
I am going for a process.
Big bucks, you know.
So, judges, what do you think we're gonna go with? Ari first, well, Professor Hart first, then I'll go, then Scott, then Keith. What you got?
What
Professor
about
Hart?
me?
Who do you have? I didn't say Britt. I'm so sorry, Britt. Britt, you go after me.
Wait. I don't think we got to go in this order. We do 1, 2, 3, and we say who won.
I say Daphne.
1,
Daphne. She smoked them like a loose.
Taj lost me at the whole dictate and you follow my rules BS. Nobody's following anything you say.
Taj lost me when I figured out his beard was kind of patchy. And I'm like, you know what?
You know what? I didn't think I was being attacked today. All right.
He said,
a courtroom.
Oh,
What you? This is a courtroom, Ty. What the fuck? What you thought was about to happen?
You lost 2 weeks in a row.
Oh yeah, I'm on a roll.
She smoked you. She smoked you real bad.
Yeah, I don't know. I ain't gonna lie.
All I gotta say is, you know, when people
call we don't care.
Podcast,
you don't get a speech.
I just let them do what they do. You know?
Wait, now it's his podcast. I guess today there's 3 other people on this podcast.
You don't get a speech now.
It's your podcast, but you the darkest one over there. Get you some. You need a ring light. They $89.99 on Amazon. Get you a ring light. Period.
She's on your body right. Todd,
This is too much.
Todd, you letting Philly go down. You from Philly, Todd. You can't go out like this. You can't go out like this, Todd.
Daphnique still for me.
Got me over there talking to a patchy damn shadow.
So
shadow.
Y'all running that in the hole, ain't y'all?
So
no, it's a lot of holes in your.
Oh my God!
Like potholes.
We got a lot of potholes.
And the speed bumps right here.
Oh my goodness!
You gonna brush it? I was gonna ask you your victory speech, but I think that was your victory speech right there.
Wait.
So, last but not least, we have romance with Ro.
Romance.
And
oh, really? You know.
call him Pat.
Wait. I'm sorry. Wait. Okay, I gotta. Oh damn! There's too much light in here.
Todd, she's killing you right now, Todd.
Oh man.
I'm just like how to do it. Yeah.
But going into romance with Ro. the girl Ari had a list.
Professor Hart.
Professor Hart, I'm
The
sorry.
girl Ari, that's wild.
I said the girl Ari, not.
Oh, yeah. So
Professor Hart. She has a list of the best penises she ever had in her life.
Penis.
Inside her phone. Yeah, she has a dick list. If you.
Yeah. So we were on Instagram Live like a few days ago. I was just saying how I have kept a list of all the guys I've ever slept with, but there's the top 5 out of all of those people. So I guess more so, what are the requirements to meet this list? And of course, ladies, y'all can add to the list if you have similar or different requirements. So like to make it to the top 5, foreplay is so important.
Yeah.
It's like the spit start everybody see, and we is not doing that. You got to kiss and stroke and love on us first and all that. You not my girl, so I don't feel like doing all that. Well, guess you ain't getting no pee if you don't want to put in the work for it. That's just clear. And then, of course, you know, your thoughtfulness. Are you just trying to get a nut? Are you worried about my nut? That also contribute, you know, to if you're going to make the top 5, as well as how nasty you are, right? Are you boring? Are you trying to turn it up? Like, what we doing here? And of course, I think every girl would say the size and the motion and the ocean would, you know. So this is my top 5.
Oh, go ahead.
These are a mix of people that I've either been in a relationship with or just messed around.
Are we saying names?
Right, you
dropping names? Yeah, you ain't gotta drop
Oh,
names.
yeah.
You don't know who these people are, Ari. Ari, we don't know these people. We don't need
drop the
them.
names. Drop the names.
We already said I was, so I don't know why we ate the bread.
Hurt these feelings.
There's only 5 names. You'll be okay. It's a guy named Marco I went to college with, my ex Carter, then a guy named Jody. So y'all, his name is self-explanatory. His name was Jody. Okay. A guy named Stan that I also
Stan?
Yes.
Oh,
Stan, the motherfucking man. Literally.
Uncle Stan.
Wait,
Okay.
the radio owner Stan?
And lastly, a guy named Zawan that I also met at
These
Publix.
names are sketchy. I'm gonna just say these names are sketchy as hell.
Ari, you
How
had
they
a sugar daddy, Ari?
sketchy?
Ari, was the sugar daddy giving you some of the best dick you ever had? What's going on, Ari?
He was the third.
messing with Uncle Stan.
I promise you.
He was Stanley the third, so you know it was a generation.
There's no young person named Stanley.
Uncle Stan pay bills. Just say,
Nobody
Uncle
under
Stan
50
pay
named
bills.
Stanley.
Yes, it is.
No, it ain't.
That's not.
Hold on. Let I guess. Daphne, is there anyone young named Stanley?
No.
There is. Whatever. I ain't messing with no old man.
Stanley gave you the best you ever had because Stanley had to pop a blue pill.
Y'all not
You
right.
didn't do that naturally.
Y'all not right. I mean, hey, it is what it is.
Now, for the ladies, how do y'all feel about this list? What are y'all requirements? If you don't want to see them, do y'all think the fact that she has a list written inside her phone is a little bit strange?
Why is that strange?
I'm asking the other ladies here, not you.
I'm one person who's only been with Jesus, and
Come on now.
Amen.
so I don't have a list of 5. I've only been with 2 people. I'm just what I would, yeah. I would say definitely head. That's included for me.
Okay.
The net game got to be strong, basically.
All right.
Did you wait? Can I ask you? Did you
But I guess
write?
they can fall into foreplay, right?
Yeah.
Do you write
Right.
these? Do you write these down?
Yeah. Like, do you put it in your phone, like what you need?
No, I wouldn't do that. That's just all Ari.
Yeah, that's some Ari shit.
I like to keep track. So.
Yeah.
Mental.
She got it.
But I feel like if it's one
I
of the
feel
best
like they
times,
should put that in your obituary. Here's her top 5.
Right.
Or you should have a press conference.
If you ever come to Philly, can I get some tickets to come to the show? Because I'm there.
She got top 5 over there in her phone. But why did I feel like 5 is like, it's way more niggas? Like the way you said that 5, I was like,
I mean, people are grown. That's another thing. People are grown. People have sex, you know. So That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Okay.
Act like women can only have 2 bodies in their whole years of living.
We only supposed to admit to 2.
Right.
There's no shame in my game. There's no shame in my game. So.
Go ahead, take some water. You getting that throat ready for somebody tonight. Go ahead.
Darren coming over tonight, baby. Darren coming over. Darren got his Red Rangers ready. Darren's ready to go tonight, baby.
I don't like no old donkey dick though. You can keep that.
What's that?
That's somebody pull out one of them thick ass 12 inches or something. That shit, you can keep that. I don't like my stomach hurting. I don't like looking at
You said relax.
Now that makes me seasick.
I've never heard that term before, donkey dick.
Somebody in your top 5 had something that looked like this.
Not that color.
No, it's tea in there. Oh, this could probably be donkey right here. Just something.
Oh yeah, that's a bit much.
That's a thumbnail.
Comment on me.
Hey, yeah.
A little bit of me want Ari to tell Daphne.
Hold on one second. Go ahead. I can hear you.
This the other day about where her fantasy was, but then another part of
You said my fantasy.
The thing that you told us about yesterday during the meeting.
I mean, I feel like I'm being hella judged.
No, you're not being
So I'm good on sharing that. Thanks.
Okay.
And then that.
Oh, so
And
now
that's
y'all
that.
gonna be shy.
Right, Taj can relate. Taj relating right now. Like, yeah, hey, stop judging us. Like,
So now y'all want to be shy.
All right, don't be shy.
I don't feel judged. I'm good.
I'm very open in who I am sexually. So, okay, I'll share. Go. Fine.
Yeah, go ahead,
So, I was just telling them, like, there was a girl page that I came across on, it's OnlyFans, right? OnlyFans. Her name was T.S. Paris, and looks like it was a beautiful woman, but when I opened the video, she was slinging the biggest dick. I was just saying, I wouldn't mind trying that because it's like, you're very beautiful, but then you got the hammer. Like, I feel like that's a beautiful package. Like, you bring in 2 great things.
Oh, you're gender fluid.
Yeah, I guess so. Like, I don't
Like
really,
pansexual.
yeah, I don't really even label myself as any of those particular things.
How old are you?
I'm 25.
Oh, okay, because I noticed that's like a younger person's thing now. Not all
Yeah.
just a younger person, but I know a lot of young kids now are gender fluid.
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, the LGBTQ community has grown tremendously. It's plus now, but
So do you add yourself in that group, being that you're?
I mean, not really, because I feel like at the end of the day, I see myself being with a man, but I definitely find women attractive, but I don't necessarily want to be with one romantically. In that particular situation, I found attractive, but I don't know if I would pursue that romantically. So, you know, I don't necessarily put myself in one particular thing, but I'm definitely an ally. Like, you will definitely catch me at Pride and Outfest and all that good stuff.
I say whatever makes people happy.
Yes, exactly.
See, you thought you was gonna get judged. You was scared.
Somebody nowadays that say that, then you under fire.
I mean, there's people that are attracted to objects, so I'm definitely not far off the road compared to them people.
they attracted to objects.
Yeah, people. It was like one lady a couple years ago that married like the Eiffel Tower or some shit.
Hey, the Eiffel Tower.
I'm cool
All
with
right.
you as long as you don't like kids. I'm cool. That's
Oh
fine.
hell no!
No, I'm not saying
Right.
you.
So I don't got time for nothing like that.
Not you, plural. I'm just saying you.
Oh okay.
I mean, a person.
Right,
Yeah, I got you.
right.
You out here being Jada, and then you good.
Oh, now come on, now don't put that on, Jed.
Jada Kelly do love the
August was grown.
Jada Kelly.
Jada Kelly do love the kids.
Jada was grown.
That boy was over 21.
He was as old as her son. I don't want to hear that.
Don't
So
matter.
what, Scotty? Shut up. I'll take the whole
Now,
week.
wait. If
Think
Will
about,
was
think
dating,
about the relationship between Stanley and Ari. Y'all gotta be, you know what I mean?
I should have given him a different name on that list.
You should have changed his name.
I told you to go alias.
His name was Stan.
Name was
So
He said Stanley the third. Who's the third now? Who's the third anymore? That's an old head.
Stanley the first one. Wait,
Stanley the third.
Stanley the second.
So
Y'all not right.
we gotta leave her and her diabetes daddy alone, man. but
That's fine.
But that's it, man. That wraps up a whole nother episode of Talk Heavy. Thank you to our very special guest, D Springs, for coming through. Remember to follow all things at TalkHVY, and remember to go to her website, follow her page. Just chill for a minute. You know, scroll through the sketches. Look at the makeup. Buy a couple t-shirts. You know what I'm saying? On iamdsprings.com and look up all things at TalkHVY. I'm your boy, Scoop Burgundy.
It's your boy, Todd.
Just call me up.
It's your girl, Just Bray.
It's Scotty.
And Ari.
And once again, thank you to the wonderful Daphnique Springs for coming through. Until next week.
Wait. Before she leave, ask her the saying, guys. Ask her to say the saying.
Go ahead, Keith. Take it away.
So all the time we say, if you're not talking heavy, what you talking for? And could you say it for us one time?
Okay. If you're not talking heavy, what are you talking for?
Woo!
There you go.
That's that.
Okay.
Until next week. Howard.
All right. See y'all later.